Adirondacks. You do understand how cool this is, right? When you look out there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done this if you didn't push me. And then once I embraced it, I was like, I've always wanted to do this. I really thought my back was broken.
Yeah, well, at the time, it kind of was.
Yeah.
But I knew you could handle some weight, you know? It just couldn't be a ton.
I was in bad shape, dude. I was really...
Even as it is, you ended up carrying more weight than I thought you were gonna, you know?
Me too. I didn't think... When I picked it up last night, I thought, I can't do this. You know what I mean? I didn't think my back... I knew I could... Strength-wise, I could do it. That wasn't the issue.
Yeah.
It was the, whether my back could do it.
Nice thing to dry it out in here a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just to get rid of the moisture.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing that happens. I'm gonna do dishes. Wow.
You can close the zipper. It's cold out there.
Oh.
Or you're gonna come back and it's gonna be like nuclear hot in here. Like if I'm gonna go tracking, I'm wearing wool. Because you never know where he's gonna take you, and you get those snow days where everything's covered in snow, and you end up with a giant snowball at the end of the day. And even if you're soaked, you're at least warm, you know?
Yeah.
And half the time you're not even soaked.
I don't know why you would ever want tracking to not be in wool.
Yeah.
Tracking.
Like even if you're like, you don't even get soaked half the time. I mean, last time we hunted up here, it was a monsoon all day. It was like 40 pouring rain.
Yeah.
And windy.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when I took my jacket off, it was literally like my shirt cuffs and my collar was wet, like to here.
So where are you going tomorrow? Do you know yet?
At Open Onyx. Yeah, tomorrow's a high of 35 and sunny.
How do you know?
Onyx tells you.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know Onyx did that. All this time with Onyx and I didn't know. I gotta turn the heat down a little.
It's down. Yeah, it's blazing in here.
Okay. So are you going up on the mountain?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up on the mountain tomorrow. It's actually kind of perfect.
Well, then maybe I will go directly below you on the backside of that mountain to the south. You see the line that runs right along the top of that creek?
Yeah.
I'll run that.
Okay.
If you run the other line, same elevation but on the north side, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the mountain between us, and if deer, we can push deer to each other.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'll just run that route all the way out to the end of that.
Me too.
And run it right back.
Okay.
Because that's I don't know, probably 2 miles.
Yeah. That's a long day.
You know, it's 4 miles down and back together, and that's plenty to still hunt.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Poke along.
So, it's day one, remote camp. Dad and I looped around this mountain, came up the trail that leads to the top. He split off going south, and I'm gonna head west. I'm just gonna cut across this mountain. It's not super tall, but it's pretty big, like around. There's all these little false peaks and knobs on top, and these big bowls in between. I'm just gonna still hunt along. If I run across a track, it's big, then I'll follow it, but not the best tracking conditions. It's pretty crunchy. There's not a ton of snow. Just keep poking along and do a little grunt and a little bleed calling as I go and see if I can't get something to come in. Maybe peer down some of these bowls and see if I can't catch one moving. It's pretty cold. It's probably 20 degrees. I always find deer in one of these bowls, so we'll just have to figure out which bowl they're in, keep hunting it, and see what we can do here. So I found some running tracks heading like the direction I was going, so they stopped. I followed them for a little bit. They stopped running. Just kind of walking. It's hard to tell what it is or anything, but I'm just gonna keep kind of poking along. I'm coming down this hill into like an upland swamp. See if I can't find a deer poking around. Nice buck poking around the swamp.
Got him with the old buck hammer. Adirondack buck down.
Just heard 2 shots and just got the text that a buck is down. Austin shot a buck. And these are some brutal conditions, let me tell you. That's some hunting. It really is. So he sent me the waypoint on Onyx, and I'm headed over about a half mile from him. And I'm excited. I can't talk because I'm so frozen. I'm excited. Oh yeah, nice buck. Dude, nice. Give me a hug. Boy, he's a fat bugger.
He is, right?
Yeah, give me a hug. Good job.
Plugged another one in him.
The buck hammer did it. So where'd you shoot him from?
Up there. I was, I don't know, 30 yards.
I smelled a buck. When I came through by the stream, I got a whiff of just rot. And I'm like, I'm running. I'm like, where is he? Where is he? I'll shoot him on the way through. That's a nice buck, dude. Is this where he landed?
Yeah, right there.
No kidding.
Yep. And I mean, he was spazzing, you know.
Yeah, sure.
I came off the hill there, so you saw the swamp.
Yeah.
You came.
Yes.
You come down through the swamp.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep.
So I came off the hill, went along this side of the swamp, up on that other knob over there.
Yep.
Circled up, and dude, from the swamp over is just tracks everywhere.
Well, there's a hot doe in here because there's
beds, there's scrapes, there's tracks everywhere. I think I saw his tracks. You know, the giant.
Yeah.
But there's just too much going on for me to try tracking in this. So
yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna still hunt and stay what I'm doing. So it was hard for me to leave that spot because of all the tracks. But I'm like, you know what? It's one of them things like the deer were in here.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, they're not right here.
I'm just going to stick to doing what I'm doing. So I was going to come back up and then work up and around this finger into that bowl. And I literally got to like right up there and I was like, all right, well, I'm like at the cliff now. And then I thought I heard something coming up the hill. Like I heard something down here. So I stopped and waited and I heard it again. I was like, that's definitely a deer, you know?
Yeah. So he came to you?
Yeah, he was just coming up the hill feeding.
Yep.
And
he's a tank.
Yeah, because he wasn't cruising. He was just poking, feeding. And I had a couple like kind of bad windows to shoot through, you know, shooting through whips and stuff. And I'm like almost squeezing. I'm like, just wait. He doesn't know you're here. The wind's going that way.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. That's so hard to do.
I did end up shooting through some stuff like this, but I was pretty confident it was going.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's
but
beautiful.
I had gone up forever waiting, you know, and I'm like, you know.
Yeah. Did you have the scope on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Turned it up to 4 power just so I could get to see.
Yeah.
You know, see good. And at first I wasn't sure what I was looking at because when I saw him without the scope way down, I was like, because he was, maybe down 20 yards from here.
Yep.
And I was like, man, I could see bone. I'm like, is it a spike, a basket? I couldn't really tell.
No, he's nice.
And then I got a glimpse of him, and
he's beautiful. He's big bodied.
I was like, all right, maybe he's bigger than I thought. And then
it's probably 3.5, 2.5.
I got a good look at him, and I'm like,
yeah, he's dying today.
Well, I wanted to kill one still hunting.
Yeah.
And I did it in an absolute crunch fest. So what are we, 4.5 miles?
Well, the good news is you're not very far from our camp, and we got the trail right over that knob, and then we can take him out with the deer cart.
Yeah, straight down to the trail. From that point out is probably 4.5 miles.
Yeah, it's a poke, dude.
It's probably 5 miles from here.
Yeah, it's a poke. There he is. Only 1 more mile to go. Austin's been pulling by himself. I've been carrying the guns. Back to civilization. I'll be dropping Austin and the buck off, and then I'll be going back into camp. And then Austin's going to come out and be my camera guy, and we'll see how it goes. Well, this is basically day 2 of our trip, because once we got Austin's deer out of the woods, we came home for Thanksgiving, and we decided to just hang out with the family for a couple of days. And now I'm headed back in day after Thanksgiving. Austin's going to be meeting me tomorrow to be on camera. I think he's going to do a little camera work with Joe out near camp, and then Joe's going to go back home, and then Austin's going to rejoin me in camp. So we're all pretty excited about this. We got about 9 days for me to get a buck, which should be plenty of time, we hope, but you just never know. So we'll see what fortune brings, what persistence brings. I know it's going to be really cold in camp. Next couple days are going way down near single digits, so it's going to be at nighttime. It's going to be pretty cold, but that's cool. We got a good camp. So, yeah, I'm glad you're with us.
Hey guys, so today is, day 3 for me at camp. Day 4 for Dad. We came in Sunday, set up camp and everything, spent the night. And then Monday morning we went up on top of the mountain, kind of split the mountain. He went to the south side, I went to the north side. And I ended up shooting a nice buck. So we got him down to this trail and threw him on a deer cart that we brought in. So Dad and I humped him out about 4.5 miles or so to the truck. Went home Monday night. By the time we got home, it was like midnight. And then spent Tuesday recovering. Wednesday, Dad just ran up to a spot that we usually hit in the Adirondacks, hunted that because we had some snow there, and he tracked a nice buck, almost killed him. And then Thursday was Thanksgiving, so we had a great Thanksgiving at home with the family. Friday, which was yesterday, Dad came into camp and set up some more stuff, brought some more stuff in, and just got ready to hunt for today. And then today we got Joey here with me. So Joey and I came in this morning, hiked up in here pretty early, left the house about 3:30 or so. And then here we are. We're going to get going up this mountain and kind of hunt some of the bulls and stuff I did the other day and shot that buck. But there's a lot of deer in here, so hopefully we can get on one. And ain't doing much tracking today, just still hunting. Another crunch fest, just like it was the other day. It's cold this morning though. It was like 13 degrees when we got here, so we'll start working and see if Joey can't get a buck.
Well, it's day 2. About 12 degrees. Super crunchy. I slept at camp last night. Austin and Joey met me this morning. They're on the other side of the mountain. And today it's going to be called the luck buck because it's just, we have to move slower than the deer. We have to be listening when they're walking and hopefully get lucky, like Austin did earlier. Austin is filming Joey, and I'm on this side of the mountain, so we'll see. So far it's 11 o'clock and I haven't had any sign at all. Nothing fresh. So I got a track from yesterday. So I'm gonna take it because he's beelining and hopefully he'll take me into a group of deer. At least I'll have a chance. We'll see.
How was my day? My day today was a day you put in the books as a necessity in the North Country, because if you think you're going to just go out and shoot a deer like you can in the Southern Zone, you're sorely mistaken. In the North Country, man, you got to put your time in. I mean, there are people that get lucky, certainly, you know, but you're not going to get lucky over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You can get lucky down south a lot. You know what I mean? Sit in the same stand and see deer all the time because deer are in a small area, relatively speaking.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's super easy down there. It's just different, you know. But up here, you have to know spots. You have to scout them. You got to put in a ton of miles. I'm not going to say it's that brutally difficult, but
you got to know how to hunt the conditions. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You know. So what kind of -33 socks are those?
These are the liners.
Oh, okay. I use like the
midweight.
Like, well, no, I have like these ones, which are the midweight.
Right.
But I use like the ultralight ones, the BWB ones, as liners.
Oh, okay. So you have a sock that's ultralight.
I got to get more -33 stuff.
Yeah, their stuff is awesome.
Yeah, like the super lightweight stuff. Put too much water in here. I have like noodle water.
That sounds disgusting.
Dude, it's literally just water that's been washed in noodles, dude.
That's so gross.
But like, what am I gonna do with it? Like, I gotta either dump it out or drink it.
You'll dump it out over in the corner or something. So, I used to never be somebody that thought that you needed anything but a map and a compass. And that is true. I still navigate that way. But I gotta tell you, this InReach and Onyx thing has made it easy where I don't have to rely on the map all the time, but I still always carry a map, and every one of my kids, no matter how reliant they are on electronics, because they're very geared that way, I make sure they always have a map and taught them that way to navigate first.
My brother came in and I was with him today, just taking some video and just doing some still hunting with him.
Yeah, it was good to have Joe.
Yeah, we don't get to hunt together much, so it was nice to do that. And then, so Joey ended up he had to go home because he had to work tomorrow. But Dad and I are here, so We got one more dry, crunchy day tomorrow, which I think we're gonna spend pretty much just
prepping camp,
cutting more firewood, and getting ready for the snow. Because Tuesday we're getting snow, Monday we're getting snow, Tuesday we're getting snow, Wednesday we're getting snow, Thursday we're getting snow.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be good. So I figured we'd do a little morning update here.
Yep.
Last night we got, what, 10 inches of snow? Deer are gonna, well, didn't move all night. Hopefully it'll be moving this morning.
Yeah, things seem to, the snow has slowed down, so I'm thinking I'm getting out there now. I'm gonna take my time.
Yep.
Go up to the top of the mountain, crisscross the top.
Because I'm tagged out, I'm gonna go run across the top of the mountain looking for a track. If I find a suitable track, I'll let him know. And he'll come meet up with me, and then I'll film from there.
Yep.
Dad's going across the mountain one way. I'm gonna zigzag across the top on this side and see if we can't cut a track. There's a couple upland swamps and whatnot, so I think we can get one. Hoping I can catch one, get a hold of them on the inReach and get them on it.
With the storm, I'm not sure the bucks are going to be making that many tracks yet. But I'm trying to act like an old buck, or think like an old buck, which is, I don't know, kind of silly, really, in the end, if you've hunted long enough. But my theory is that they're going to be on the other side of the mountain from the wind all night. And I'm on that side. And I'm going to cut across that, hoping they're coming over the top to get some does for feed in the spruce. So we'll see. So yesterday, we got about 18 inches of snow. We made a loop around the mountain, caught a small buck track. Austin saw some does, but we wore ourselves out, and they really weren't making that many tracks. I thought for sure we'd catch something bigger, but then we got more snow overnight, and then we're supposed to get another 4 inches, so we'll be up to our thighs in snow, and we're not doing that. So we're gonna pack out. On the way out, I'm gonna keep my fanny pack on top of my big pack. If I cut a fresh track, I'll take it, hoping that the bucks are going slow. Austin will then go to the car, drop his pack off, come back and get my pack if I'm tracking all day. Hopefully I cross a track. This little tent kept us safe and dry through quite a ordeal, quite a blizzard. Well, it's Thursday and perfect snow. It's supposed to warm up today. Feeling positive, and we'll see how it goes. Conditions couldn't be better. Well, I got a fresh buck track, and I think I heard him walking. So I'm just gonna creep along, take my time, enjoy myself. I'm really wore out from the pack out yesterday, and that might be to my advantage. We'll see. Wish me luck. So yesterday I didn't do a recap. I just couldn't catch up to the bucks. We did about an 8-9 mile loop, chasing that one buck, and he ended up at the end of the day going straight up the mountain. About 2:30 in the afternoon, I was about 5 miles from the car. And I said, I gotta get back.
Today I went to a place that I hunted earlier this year and chased some bucks around. And I'm finding tracks already down here, some doe tracks, so I'm taking my time. I started late. I slept in. I had a nice breakfast with Austin. He's heading home, so I'm gonna have to self-film now. And that's that. So wish me luck. Well, I just shot him in his bed. There's his track going up, and he was right up on that knoll. So let's see what happened. He was laying right behind this log. And I saw his back. And I hit the grunt call. And he stood up. There's hair. This might not be the buck I was tracking. Oh, there's blood. Oh yeah, he's dead. This might not be the buck I was tracking. It's not. It's this buck right here. Oh, he's got a good track too. Let's go get him. Oh, he's a good buck. Little 2-year-old. I'll take him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I did it. Let's see, he's a 7. Probably 135 pounds, 140 pounds. Well, let me say my prayers of thanks. And yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, good day. Good day. All right, so let me explain what happened here. This is the bed right here. Well, first of all, he's laying behind this log. And I saw his back just over this log, and then his head was hidden by this tree in snow. So I couldn't see the rack. I was looking through that. I was over right about there, and I had this glob of stuff in the way. And every time I tried to get into this lane, more of him was being hidden by this. So I took a chance with the 200 grain bullet, and I saw his tracks coming right up here. Right? I destroyed the tracks, you can see, but he came right up here, and I thought he sat there, but that's not what happened. My buck came up here, came around this tree, and went right down there. This buck came on his tracks right down that same lane. You can see right here, right there's his little track, and my buck's track is going the other direction, right there, going that way. So the little buck came and laid down right here. I didn't know that. I probably missed the big one by 5 minutes. It's just one of those things, So I was meant to have little Johnny here, and I shot him in his bed, which is cool. And the buck hammer did a fantastic job. I love the Henry. Yeah, so it's a great day. It's a great day, and I thank God, and I thank my wife and everybody that allows me to spend all this time doing this. And it's a wonderful thing. I contacted Austin by satellite, and he's on his way down to give me a hand.
Talked to my wife last night because I'm tagged out, and she was going to come up today and get me. So Bob went out early. Dad and I grabbed breakfast, and then he went in a little later, parting ways because he went in hunting, and I just hung back at the hotel waiting for my wife to come get me. We just get in the car, I grab a cup of coffee at the store, just start heading home. was like, you know what? Let me turn my inReach on. And it beeps. I look. Dad says he shot a nice buck in his bed. So my wife's like, turn the car around. So we whipped it around and I got his coordinates. So I'm gonna meet up with Dad and help him jag this buck. What a great season.